Good morning, everybody. Glad to join you all again this morning. This is Recie Myers coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia. Many people know me as Recie,
Good morning, and I'm Roland Myers. I'm her husband.
my better half. Glad that he can join me also. In fact, we come every morning, Monday through Friday, to share something that can lift you, something that you can use in your personal life, something that you can use in your business. And good morning to you, Jay, cousin Jay from
Jay.
Chicago, Greater Chicago area. Thank you for coming and joining us this morning. Good morning, Albert. Good morning.
Xavier.
Yeah, yeah, that's a cousin of mine. Glad that you can join me this morning. And yes, tell me where you're tuning in from. Those of you who are joining me, if this is your first time, do tell me where you're joining from. And even if it's not, we do love to see you join us when we come on in the mornings. We do love to encourage engagement, just saying hello, showing some hearts and likes. If we say something that resonates with you, a point that we make, it's okay. You can press that heart button. You can press that like button. I promise it's not going to, your finger's not going to fall off. Anyway, good morning, Rolita. Good morning to you. So this whole week, we've been just sharing some little nuggets about recognizing opportunity. It's around us every day. But sometimes because we are blinded to it, or we don't have patience with ourselves, or we don't take the time to look for it, we completely miss it. Sometimes we think, oh, the grass is green. Oh, something's happening over there. I need to go over there and work over there. But okay, let me just go to the other 4 points. So every morning, I think since Tuesday, I shared part 1. There were 4 little nuggets. These are 12 points that Earl Nightingale says. I mean, even though he was around in the 30s, 1930s, and I'm sure he's expired by now, but the tips that he shared then are still applicable today. So Tuesday I shared 4 tips that came from Earl. Then Wednesday I shared 4 more, so that was 8. And I'm not going to go over the first 4 or the second 4, but I'll share the last 4 today, number 9 through 12. And I did abbreviate those tips in the notes above so that you can access it, or you can still go back and look at the video. You can find it on my page. Anyway, so what are some things or tips or points to remember about recognizing opportunity? Earl says, let's see, I wrote it down here. He said, that's my first. Well, let me just do the last 4. So he says, our growing economy, whether it was back in the 30s, during the Depression time, or even now, our growing economy needs you. It needs you. And, and it will greatly reward you. You, the uncommon person. Because, if you are watching this, you're not the ordinary common person. Because I'm addressing spiritual entrepreneurs who want to be more impactful in their surroundings, impactful in their life, in their family's life, in the community, who want to contribute more, want to do more, want to be more. All right, so if you're watching this, you are not an uncommon person. You are not a common person. You are uncommon because you want more and you're going to do more because, that's how it works,
Yeah.
That's how it works. So he says, our growing economy needs you. And you will be generously rewarded, because you prepare. You prepare for a place in its growth. We have to prepare because if you don't prepare, you'll just be left behind. So you have to prepare. How do you prepare? Well, here's some other tips on here. So one way that you can do that is start building a reference library. This is point number 10. Start building a reference library. Not only of books from the greats, where you can refer to, have materials in your job or your industry or for your company that you can refer to quickly. Because sometimes, there's so much information. We can't just store it all up here. We need to be able to, hey, pull up a reference tool or to share with someone. Oh, there's some others who came on here, Roland. You want to greet them?
I want to say good morning to Bill. Bill Morgan is watching with us.
Okay, good morning,
This is
Bill.
Norm Anderson.
Yes, good morning, Norm.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. Oh, yeah. All right, Kalusha. I think I said it right. Good morning to you. Good morning. Glad that you can join us again this morning. So again, we're talking about...
Elder Charles.
Oh, did I miss? Yeah. Good morning to you, Elder Charles. Yes, and Albert says, usually we're busy with our problems. I'm so glad you said that, Albert. Life just kind of gets away from us because we just get into that rut. You go to work, you come home, and then the problems that come up in your life, and you're like, your mind is so focused on your problems, not necessarily trying to solve them, but worrying, and all that time could be spent actually engaging or doing something that you can do something about. I remember I mentioned earlier that sometimes we spend so much of our time worrying. I think, 92% of our time worrying. Thank you, Albert, for refreshing us on that. So we're talking about opportunity too, and how we can recognize it around ourselves.
And I got a thought about opportunity.
Yeah.
Opportunity doesn't have to be something really, really big that jump out at you. Opportunity could be through small things. So let's not look for necessarily the big opportunity to come and hit us beside the head. It could be small things, that happens to us or become available to us.
And when you said that, it made me think of Jay, cousin Jay. Cousin Jay ends his lives with that comment all the time. It's the small little things, and I kind of equate that to that illustration that Earl used. He says the hairpin is just a tiny little. If guys may not relate to that. Well, you have wives, so you might know what we're talking about. A tiny little pin that can be concealed in your head to keep your hair. Guys don't have this problem, but women, and I'm wondering if it's a woman who came up with that idea. Okay, that's a different subject. All right, so you're right, Roland. It doesn't have to be something great. And again, opportunity is not going to have a label on it. Say, hey, opportunity, look at me, jump on. We have to be looking for it, And just like last night, I did stay up late. So even though no matter how late I stay up, I'm still an early bird. But Diana Hockman, she is one of our mentors. She's the queen when it comes to attraction marketing. And it was great. So yeah, so it's still all in the same vein, right? Because attraction marketing, we don't chase down people. People want to know, and if you want to know what steps or what tips and things that you can do to give your business a boost. It's not like, I wonder what to do. You can go right to, that quote, the horse's mouth. You get it right from the source. All right, so I did number 9, saying that, the economy needs you. The economy needs you because, your whatever it is that you bring to the table can spark more engagement. Your idea can spark another idea from someone else, and it's kind of like that domino effect, and it affects the next person and the next person. But you have to be engaged, you have to prepare, you have to be thinking, you have to open your minds to that. All right, so I did 9 and 10. Number 10 was start building a reference library, that has materials for the job, the industry, the company, that you can refer to quickly and easily. Number 11, you ready for number 11? You know what? I know there are people out there sometimes, and I'm like, am I talking to myself? If I'm making sense to you, or if you like anything that I'm saying, give me a heart, That way I know that I'm not speaking to the wind. Yeah, appreciate that. All right, set aside, number 11 is set aside 1 hour a day. If you have more time, do more. But set aside at least 1 hour per day where you can do some study, some research, and you keep your notebook because ideas come to you all the time if you're open to it. If your mind is open to it, it will come. And sometimes the ideas may not be as great, but eventually you're gonna hit a nugget or a diamond. Which brings me to point number 12. Remember that story about the acres of diamonds? That farmer who had his farm and he sold his farm because he looked over and saw the grass look greener on the other side. Oh, look at all those people. They're finding diamond. They found mines. And so he sold his farm to go searching. And he found absolutely nothing, was frustrated. He just jumped in the river. Whereas the farmer, or the person who bought his farm, found this huge looking rock. And if you do some research, anyone who knows anything about diamonds will know that diamonds, they're not in the ground just shining all bright and pretty. It's not a very attractive looking rock. So he found this rock, went and found it was a diamond. And the farm, the land that he purchased from that other farmer was just littered. I say littered, but it was filled with all these diamonds. So that's a lesson to us. We have treasures within ourselves, but we have to stop, look around us, maybe even on the job where you are. There are things that you can do to advance yourself. There are treasures within you that you can bring out and share with others. You bringing out your treasures can help someone else with an idea to take that to another level. So we owe it to ourselves to explore the opportunities that are around us, within us. Did you want to add anything?
No, but you hit the nail right on the head.
Okay, so those were the 12 points. I guess I should go over them all, but I don't know. I try to only come on here for like 10 to 15 minutes, but I do have them all in the description above, so you can have access to them. And I did include a link in the description for anyone. I mean, guys, there's another opportunity. You get I'm affiliate marketer because I'm an affiliate with this company. Here is a diamond, if you will, treasure that you have access to be able to give your business a boost, a jump start. 2019 is just days away, or a little over a week, maybe about 2 weeks away. 2019, if you keep on doing the same thing you've been doing without getting, you have to do something else. Well, what else is there? That link that I have is just for 10 days, $10. If you can't invest $10 in yourself, then you know what? Then you're not a serious business person. You're not really interested in making the growth in you and affecting or impacting your family's life, impacting your community, impacting the world. Because when you have more, you can do more. Those who have more is expected. And some of us get too complacent. Okay, well, you know what? Oh, that's going to be too hard. Anything in life, to take McDonald's for instance. Anyone who has worked there, someone who wants to open up a franchise, they don't just open it up. They have to prepare. They have to go to McDonald's school, because they do have a training institution.
Call it Hamburger University.
Yeah. So anything that's worthwhile, you do have to invest in yourself. And if you can't invest $10, then yeah, and that's kind of pitiful, isn't it? Yeah. You are worth it. You are worth it. Take the 10 days trial, come in, look around, and you may be surprised. You just may be surprised. But then again, it's gold. No, maybe I should equate. It's a diamond. It's riches. Well, this is what Roland and I have for you today. That was my little series, a 4-part series on recognizing opportunity. Tomorrow I have something else special for you, and I'll tell you that. You've got to tune in. Roland and I come to you every morning, Monday through Friday, to share a nugget or two that can help you in your personal life or in your journey to explore and find that success that's buried in each one of us. We all have it, but it's up to us to bring it out. Thank you for the heart, thank you for the love, thank you for the likes. If we've said anything at all, sharing is caring. Do share it out. Even if you don't want to take advantage of it, there's someone out there who need to hear this, and if you care about the people around you, people in your life, and please share it out. All right. And for my replayers, if you're catching the replay, put #replay. Love to be able to recognize you then, but I do like to recognize those of you who are on here live with me. And if you're on here live, say hello. I promise I can't say the power won't go off if you say where you're coming from. Roland and I, we're tuning in from Richmond, Virginia. This is his home. This is where it made my home. But I'm from the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Make today powerful. Make it on purpose. Have a happy holidays, but you will see us tomorrow. That's all for now. Bye.
Keep looking.
Yes.